Start interview.
Great, let's start. Question one. Tell me about yourself.
Hello, my name is Dipanshu. I am a full stack web developer from Delhi. I have completed my
Okay.
diploma in computer engineering from Ambedkar Institute of Technology in Delhi, followed by my graduation in BCA. After completing my graduation, I joined IntelliPath full stack development course, and now I am focused on MERN Stack development. For development, I use React and Tailwind for my front end, Node.js and Express for my backend, and for my database, I use MongoDB. I also use Git, Render, Vercel, and MongoDB Atlas for deployment of my project. One of my recent projects is personal finance tracking app that extracts data from bank PDF and so categorize spending through visual representation on dashboard. I also use Bikegrip and JWT authentications for my project. Right now, I am improving my backend skills and aiming for a full-time role in full stack development.
Nice. Okay, next question. Explain prototype and prototype chain.
A prototype is an object. A prototype in an object is another object that contains the properties and method of their ancestor object. On the other hand, a prototype chain is whenever a object is inherit a few properties from their parent object, and we have to access few methods. Then the JavaScript first check in the method in their object. If the method are not present in the object, then it check its prototype. And if the method is still not exist, then its check is prototype. And this method and this process is carrying on until we JavaScript found null. This process is called prototype chaining.
Good. Question three. Explain currying.
A currying is a process in JavaScript where a function with multiple parameter can convert into a single functions, multiple single functions with a single parameter. It is very useful whenever there is a multi parameters in a single functions. It become complex to manage it. So occurring is process that where we convert these multiple parameters into a single parameters, and each parameter are taking by one functions separately.
All right. Question four. Controlled versus uncontrolled components.
In React, control component are those components where form handling is managed by React itself, and we can manage control component by using use state hook, where use state can access the can store the data, and it is set by setter function set state. On the other hand, uncontrolled component are those components that are managed directly by DOM itself, and React cannot interrupt much in the uncontrolled component. And it is whenever we have to access this value, it is used by user app.
Thanks. Question five. Authentication versus authorization.
Authentication and authorization both are the process in both are the security process that is used for access or provide access for a user. Authentication is the meaning is that who is the user. Whenever we have to log in a website first, then the authentication check the credential is exists or not, and after authentication the authorizations are followed. In the authorization it is means that what a user can do. That means if there is a specific user, maybe in admin, he or she can remove a user, add a user, or add some functionality to it.
All right. Question six. Normalization versus denormalization.
Normalization and denormalization both are the database concepts. Where normalization is a process where we divide a large tables into a smaller related tables by using relationships. In normalization, we remove unnecessary redundancy of data, and it is very easy to maintain integrity. On the other hand, denormalization is a process where we combine multiple small table and make a large table, and that is used for to get data faster than using join on a smaller table.
All right. Last one for today. Can you explain a closure with an example?
A closure is a JavaScript feature where an inner function can access the variable of its outer functions even after the outer function has finished executing. This all happens because inner function can remember the actual scope where it was created. The few example of closure is to create a private variable and to avoid global variable pollution, and it is also used for to create a function with remembered values. Because of closure, inheritance and other callbacks methods are can be used.
Thanks. Quick feedback. Your self intro is solid, and you touch on key concepts well. But sometimes your definitions wander. Try starting with a crisp one liner, then a simple example. Otherwise, strong effort. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Good coverage, some imprecision. Sharpen the phrasing and add a clean example, then stop.
Okay, thank you.